Today's service is entitled Building a Better World and features the 2022 Unitarian Universalist Scholarship recipients from Coast Union and Leffingwell High Schools. Our scholarship committee worked diligently screening these students through their applications, essays, and interviews. I introduce now our chairperson for this year, Jan Musara. Known by many names, Callner, Musara, Calderwood, still Jan, just Jan. So thank you all for being here on this really special day. I'd like to talk a little bit about the process that the scholarship committee went through, and I'll zero in on what we did this year because every year is a little bit different. There were 50 graduated. You notice past tense, they graduated Thursday. I was there. And there are 10 Leffingwell graduates. From the Coast group, we received 28 applications, and we reviewed all 10 from Leffingwell. So that's 38 applications that we got. These young people had no idea regarding our parameters for consideration, and that's the way we like it. We were looking, among other more obvious considerations like grades and community service, letters of recommendation, we were looking for evidence of UU values. These applicants have and had no idea what they might be. So now, since you've already been chosen, I'll tell you. We were looking for your heart, for compassion, for dignity, for social and environmental awareness. The basic tenet of UUism is a search for truth and meaning, the dignity and worth of every human being, and the desire to do good in the world and the community. So those nuggets, you might call them, had to pop out of your essays and out of your interviews and out of your very essence. And they did. Several of us sat through one whole day's worth of 42 interviews via Zoom, watching and listening to all the candidates. At the end of the day, we had our group. Then we followed a slightly different procedure with the Leffingwell students as they don't use Zoom interaction. We picked the candidates we were most interested in, and Steve Nathanson and I went to the school for the interviews. And we hit the jackpots with all of you. We managed to raise enough money this year to give 10 scholarships. That is amazing, considering our numbers are reduced somewhat. And for that, I and the committee and all the students thank you, very, very generous people. We must acknowledge the history of this outreach and members who have kept it vital. To the amazing Janet Cooper, I don't know how many years she was chairperson, but her contribution was integral. To my darling friend, Chris Fox, thank you. To me, but most of all, to the indomitable Barbara Tahan, our inspiration. She got the ball rolling, and we don't dare let it stop. Thank you, Barbara. So we wish we could have given every one of our 38 applicants an award, but that is not possible. Wouldn't be very much if we did. One important criterion, of course, as I said, was our UU values. Do these students, do you have what it takes to make the world a better place? Steve Nathanson, Robert Wilkinson, Lou Patelka, Mary Ann Anderson, Rebecca Hendricks, and I think so. We were the committee this year. And as they speak to us today, however briefly, we think you will agree. They've all been asked to answer one question based on the theme of this service, building a better world. We ask each of them to tell us about one area of focus in building that world. What would it be, and how would you try to address it? We'll go in reverse alphabetical order and hear from each student. So first we have Lily Smith. Lily could not join us today, but I must tell you that we were extremely impressed with her at her interview and her essay, and I'll just read a little bit. She says, one of my last requirements to graduate is to spend 60 hours helping our community. I feel a great sense of pride to know that I'm part of making our community a better place. I believe it is very important to be involved with the town you live in. Then she wrote, she wants to go into WWOOF, which stands for Worldwide Opportunities for Organic Farming. It's an organization that allows you to travel and work on farms around the world. WWOOF, WWOOF, focuses on teaching sustainability, learning about new cultures, and broadening appreciation of organic farming. So she, as much as I would have loved her to be here today, she could not join us, but she is our first recipient. Yay, Lily. The next person on our list is Cecilia Romero. Please come on down, honey. Good morning.
Morning.
Can you tell us a little bit, first of all, tell us what your plans are for the near future.
Near future. So after high school, so I guess right now.
Get right.
I plan to go to Cuesta for 2 years, in my general ed, and then after that, transfer to a university.
Do you know which university you're thinking about?
I would like to go to UCSB.
Ah, that's a nice place. Can you tell us about a cause that's close to your heart?
A cause close to my heart is the Black Lives Matter.
Okay, and how would you reach out to try to affect change there, do you know?
Affect change is just mainly informing people, and also like all of us, like after you inform them, like you see the problem, it's doing something about that problem, not just watching it happen.
Right. Cece, that's what you like to be called, right?
Yes.
Yes, she wants to be a teacher. When did you know you wanted to be a teacher?
My grandma's a preschool teacher, so I watched her my whole life, go up in that setting.
Mhm.
And when I would go to the preschool with her, I hang out with the kids and help her teach the kids. And I just felt like this is where I belonged.
Do you want to do preschool?
I did, and then I changed my mind.
Oh, what made you change your mind, you know?
I just realized that preschool wasn't the area I wanted to work in, and history was more my thing.
History, okay. What turned you on to history?
It was mainly my past high school history teacher, Mr. Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence,
Yes.
yeah, he's a good one. Well, we are so proud you joined us here today, and we have a certificate for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cece. Emiliano Pena. Welcome. Can you tell us something about yourself and what your ideas are and what your plans are?
Oh,
In a nutshell.
my plans, well, next year I'm going to be going to Cal Poly, and I'll be majoring in aerospace engineering. And yeah, just a little bit about myself. I really enjoy sports, and that's pretty much been like something that's helped me out through my high school career, like staying focused.
How are you going to do sports and aerospace engineering?
I think I'm just gonna have to join like the rec center leagues or something, because I don't think I'll have much time. Yeah, I don't think I'll have much time either.
What would you like to help in the world? What do you?
I think that I would like to help in making opportunities that you have aware. Like for me and like for people here, we were able to get this scholarship as well as many others from this very giving community, and just being aware that with furthering your education, you can then follow or give back. Like I'll be, after my career, I would like to come back and give back to this community and to many others, not just this one.
In her letter of recommendation, Mrs. Weaver attributed to you the qualities of compassion, drive, and worldly consciousness. What did she mean by that? Did you ask her?
I actually didn't see the letter, so
It's a nice letter.
I think that she means like, especially my worldly conscious. I feel like it means because I come from immigrant parents, and I had to see all the hardships that they went through, and that also goes to my compassion. I was able to see what they went through and everything that they lived through and how to work through. So I was able to give compassion to other people that might be going through the same thing, or and I was just aware of it as well. And then to my drive, I just feel like that was given to me by the people I was raised and the people that I had in my life to look up to.
So who's your role model?
Um,
Be careful.
my parents definitely are two of my role models, but I don't really tell them much, but definitely my sister.
Ah,
Yeah, she has really shown me what you can achieve with hard work and everything. So
we had your sister here last year.
yeah,
they're
she's
good
very
family.
inspiring.
Good job. Here is your certificate,
Thank you.
and thank you so much for joining us. Okay, Missy, you're next and you're on Zoom. Can you unmute yourself and speak to us?
Yes. Hi, good morning, everyone.
Can you put your video back on? Yeah, we see Andy, but we need to see Missy. How do we do that?
I'm afraid Missy's feed just went away. Come
Her
back,
feed
Missy.
just went away. You've disappeared into the ether. Yeah, we'll come back to her. Try to get back on if you can hear me, Missy. All right, let's try the same thing with Jean-Alexandre Mado. Can you unmute yourself? Are we still see Andy? What's going on?
Missy's coming back in right now.
Oh, okay. Come back, Missy, come back. You there? There you are. Don't go away.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Oh my God.
Don't
I'm
do
sorry.
anything. Okay. Can you tell us what your plans are? And
Yeah, definitely. So right now I am going to be attending Cuesta College for 2 years to complete my general ed. And then I want to transfer to a 4-year to study environmental science. Because environmental science is such a wide, large area of study, I don't know specifically what I want to major in, but I will figure that out within these 2 years at Cuesta.
okay, that was my big question to you was
Yeah.
what area do you, but you have no idea. Do you have maybe
Yes.
three areas that you might be interested in? Well, let me change the question.
Okay.
What do you consider is one of the biggest problems in the world that you would like to address? Is it environmental?
Yeah, it's environmental issues. Regarding the question that everybody's supposed to answer, I think that one way we could make the world a better place is by constructing an environmental friendly lifestyle that is more affordable to the general public. Oftentimes, people will choose a cheaper product other than a more expensive product just because they can't afford it. So I believe that normalizing sustainable living is the way to go and to help make the world better.
Are you one of these people who feels guilty every time you throw something in the trash?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
that guilty. I try not to. I try to brush it off and I try to recycle as much as I can. But I do always tell my friends to like not use as many plastic for like everyday use. Yeah.
Right. Well, we need more people with that mindset, don't we?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going to end up with so much plastic. That's all that's going to be left in the world. What do you think?
Yeah. I think so too. I mean, plastic takes like a lot of years to disintegrate. So a plastic bag that you use today will still be here in 20 years or 30 years if it's not recycled correctly. So it's a
Yeah.
really harmful issue. Yeah.
Well, I am so glad you were able to join us and disappear and come back. That was quite a trick. So thank you, and I will send you your certificate. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
You take
thank you very
care.
much.
Bye-bye. Now we have Jean-Alexandre.
John is not with us.
He
I haven't
was?
seen him for a while. I know he came aboard and, but he's not on the list.
Huh. Okay.
May
Well,
come back. We'll let you know.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Elise Heppel, come on down. Hi.
My name's Elise Happel, and I'll be attending UC Berkeley in the fall, and I'm going to major in chemistry, and then I hope to go on to medical school and become either a doctor or a surgeon.
Not too shabby. What do you see as a priority for our world building?
I would say addressing the healthcare system in like lower income areas, and also worldwide. Like I hope to do Doctors Without Borders in my future and kind of give back.
So do you have a role model that
Um,
made you decide to be a doctor?
There's not really like any doctors in my immediate family, but my mom works in she's a social worker. So that kind of inspired me to like give back to my community and the world as well.
Have you had any medical experience? I mean, when I was younger, we had candy stripers, I think they were called. I've never heard of that, but as a teenager, you could go into the hospitals and work.
Yeah, not directly with hospitals, but like I've taken a lot of science classes where we've done like dissections, like sorry, of like a fetal pig, and that really inspired me, like looking at all the different organs. And then through like the ag classes, we also harvested rabbit meat, so I got to see like all the organs, and that was like pretty interesting to me.
And then you ate the rabbit?
No, no,
Okay.
it wasn't for me.
I think, Elise, you were valedictorian this year.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We are happy to have you here. And there's a certificate for you, designed by the famous Michael Calderwood.
Thank you.
Is Andy Garcia with us, Diane?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, yay, yay, yay.
Hello.
Can you show us your face or no? You don't want-
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
There we go. I am outside right now because my house is a bit loud, but
Oh,
still
okay.
here.
Well, we see a beautiful sky. Move your camera just a little bit so we can see your face. There you are. There you are. Yay. Well, we're glad you could join us today. So tell us a
Thank
little
you.
about yourself. What are your plans for the future?
So my plans are attending Cuesta for at least 2 years, and within the next 4 years, I'd like to get my registered nursing degree. It takes about 4 years, I'd say, and from there, I can go on to travel nursing, or I can continue my education to go into a nurse practitioner profession, or even a physician's assistant profession. Still deciding between the two.
Good for you. And who's your role model for this? Do you have one?
Yeah, my parents are really my role models. So are my brothers, but my parents are really hard workers. I've gotten to, just watching them work as much as they do. It's been pretty inspiring. But when it comes to the medical industry, it's really just on my own. I don't have any family members in it.
You're the first of many, probably, huh?
Yeah, hopefully.
You play the piano, I read in your essay.
I do, yeah. I find it's like a calming way for me to relax. Lately, I haven't been playing very often, but whenever I do, it always feels nice.
I like it too. Have you ever thought of being a music therapist? Huge field that's very, very hot today. You ever thought of
I've
that?
considered it briefly. I just have not looked into it very much. It does sound very interesting, though. It might still be an option that's good for me.
I would recommend you look into it. I think it's probably really very interesting. Anything else you would like to add?
Not necessarily. I appreciate you guys inviting me. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person, but yeah.
Oh, you had a wedding yesterday too, right? How was your wedding? Not your
That's
wedding.
right, yeah.
That's
It was great. There's a lot of people there. It was pretty
I don't want to
loud,
start
but-
any rumors.
Oh, that's okay. No, yeah, I woke up feeling a bit under the weather, so
Yeah, you sound a little stuffy. Well, we're glad you joined us. Thank you.
thank
Andy.
you guys.
Karina Espinoza, come on down. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Tell us about yourself and what you're going to do.
So my name is Karina, and so what I plan to do is I got accepted into California State Stanislaus, and so that was the only school that accepted me, and it was the only one I really wanted to get into.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah. And so what I'm planning to do is to major in sociology. I'm not sure what my minor would be yet. But my plan into going to study sociology is to become a social worker and to help those around me. And in as many ways as I could, as I'm able to, I would like to help anyone that's within my reach.
And do you have any role model for that sociology degree?
Sociology, not specifically, but my role model would be my mom. She's worked hard a lot. She's not here with us right now, but I know she's proud of me.
Yeah. Oh, good for you. We are so happy you joined us here today and give you your certificate. Yeah. Thank you, Karina. Jana Aldefai, am I saying that right? Welcome. Tell us about your immediate plans.
I will be going to UC Davis with a major in applied chemistry. I am hoping to go into pre-med. I want to be an optometrist or an ophthalmologist.
Nice. And what is your special world cause? What would you do to make the world a better place if you could? If you ruled the world, what would you do?
Well, there's a few things. Well, there's many things that I would like to change about our world, environmental and even just world peace. I think world peace is the main thing that inspires me and that I want to fix. I'm only a student, or I'm still a student, but I started off doing that with the cultural club where I wanted to teach people about the cultures of the world. And I hope to do that.
You started that club, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, people interested in learning more about the world and teaching our school about that in our community, they could just join. And we would have art, food, history. We did it this year. We did the Philippines, Korea, Chile, and Morocco. And we had a timeline for the Philippines. We had Chilean food made by our lunch ladies, actually, they're very kind. We love them. And we did henna tattoos for Morocco. So we just wanted to share little pieces of different cultures from around the world.
You said in your essay that you would like to be Prime Minister of Iraq, but you also want to be an eye doctor.
Yes.
How do you see that happening?
Well, I'm someone who can't just sit still, and I want to keep on doing things. For medicine and just being a doctor, my oldest brother is a doctor, so that heavily inspired me to want to do the same. And so, yes, I do want to be a doctor and go into the medical field, but I don't want that to be my only goal in life. Like I said, there's many things in the world that I want to change. Healthcare, it's very expensive, so I want to help people with that. And then with the world, I want to make my home country of Iraq the beautiful place it once was. So I would like to, maybe, yeah, maybe I won't be the prime minister, but I would still like to help in some way.
You could still be a citizen, a good citizen of it, right? Okay. Thank you, Jana, so much. I'll find yours. I'll give it to you after.
Thank you.
I don't know what I did with her certificate. Do we have Andy back? Not Andy, Alexander. Did he come back?
No, he did not.
Well, you know what? Let me just read his, a couple little things I outlined for him. He's also a Leffingwell graduate, and he taught at I don't know if it's a school or if it's an outdoor school. Yes, it's called Headwaters. And he taught up there, and he still wants to continue doing that. And very bright, very engaging young man, and we wish him all the best. So Jean-Alexander, wherever you are, we're thinking of you. And last we have Alexa. Alexa Aguilar. Tell us about yourself, dear.
Hi, I'm Alexa Aguilar. I'm going to be attending Cal Poly in the fall, majoring in political science in hopes of one day becoming an immigration public defender.
She wants to be, as she said, an immigration public defender. Did you follow the vetting process of Ketanji Brown Jackson?
Yes, I had some observations. She is the first African American woman to be on the Supreme Court, so that is hugely admirable. You have to have a lot of drive and motive, the standing committee had said when I was watching the videos about it, and she definitely broke the scale for that. She is a very brilliant, sophisticated, and empowered woman, so she is very inspirational.
Yep, I fell in love with her.
Yes,
She's
she is.
just the
She's-
best. So
yes,
are you
she
going to
is.
be a Supreme Court justice someday? Please.
It's a dream. I don't know, it's a long shot, but she did make it seem possible, so.
Good, good. And I have somewhere, oh, that is, okay, a little certificate for you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you all. Thank you all for coming and Zooming and doing everything, making time in your day to come and share your happiness with us, because we're very happy for you. Based on the time spent with you here this morning, I feel much more positive than I did yesterday. And you are shining examples of hope for a better world. We're happy to have helped set you on a path which is going to be full of challenges, goals, some failures. You know, not everything's going to work out. You're going to have to be resilient, but most certainly many successes. We wish you all the luck in the better world that you will build. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan, and thank you all of our wonderful, wonderful people out here.